My dear students, hurry, you stay at home safely. Don't wander here and there. It is a very critical moment for us. The condition of Odisha is very dangerous. A lot of people have been suffering from corona disease in Odisha. Corona is a deadly disease. More than 400 people in our Odisha have been died. To get rid of corona disease, we should keep distance. We should wear our masks. We should wash our hands properly. And in this time, you don't go out. Do regular exercise, drink hot water, then we can get rid of corona disease. My dear student, in this passage, we also find out a lot of sentences. You stay at home safely, do not wander here and there. It is a critical moment. The condition of Odisha is very dangerous. So, corona is a deadly disease. We should keep or maintain distance from others. We should wash our hands, do regular exercise, drink hot water. In these sentences, you know very well, my dear student, we can get the verb, such as the first verb, which makes agreement with the subject. And this is, they are also called finite verbs. And what is finite verbs? But you know very well, the first verb in the verb phrase is called a finite verb. And you know very well, the finite verbs can be changed into past verb. And the finite verbs also carry tense. As the finite verbs carry tense, so they are called tense verbs. But my dear student, now you see this passage and several sentences. My dear student, you know very well that finite verbs are the first verb in the verbal phrase. And the first verb can be changed into past verb. Then they carry tense. So the finite verbs also can make agreement with the subject. So these verbs are called tensed verb or finite verb. The finite verbs, you know very well, they are used in the verbal phrase. They carry tense, and they are called tense verb. My dear student, as in all these sentences have each a finite verb, so and they have using finite verb, we have made a sentence. So this is also a clause that is called a finite clause. As all these sentences have each a finite clause. And what is clause? You know very well, I say to you, a subject and a finite verb in the predicative phrase make a clause. Then what is clause? Subject and a finite verb in the predicative phrase or predicative part make a clause. A clause also may make a complete sentence or a part of a sentence. Then that finite clause, you know very well, will be also a complete sentence. When it will be a complete sentence, it will be a simple sentence. But when it will be used as a part of the sentence means it will be a part, that is, or clause in the compound sentence and also a complex sentence. In the later period, we can discuss about what is compound sentence, what is complex sentence. And what is a complete sentence? My dear student, a complete sentence, at least one independent finite clause. Complete sentence means there will be an independent finite clause. That independent finite clause can be a simple sentence. Just you know very well, I said to you that there are 10 sentences. In these 10 sentences, they have independent finite clause. As this is independent finite clause, they can make a complete sentence, and these are all simple sentences. So what is simple sentence? But I said to you, the simple sentence, that is called a subject and also a finite verb in the predicative part, can make also a simple sentence. But today, just now you see that from the note, you can see easily what is here, what is clause, what is complete sentence, what is simple sentence, what is independent finite clause. You can understand clearly from the note. Then you come to discussion to our, that is called, you know very well, that is simple sentence. That is called kinds of simple sentence. You know very well, I have told to you again and again, there are four kinds of simple sentence. They are declarative, interrogative, imperative, and exclamatory. These are the four kinds. And you know very well, declarative. But you know very well, just I am showing to you, these are the notes, you can understand what is. I have a new bicycle. I have an old bicycle. You are reading in class 10th. You are reading in class 9th. How are you? Have you washed your hands? don't go out. But these are the wear mask and how beautiful she sings. What a wonderful scenery it is. My dear student, these are the examples of declarative sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, and exclamatory sentence. My dear student, you know very well that in each sentences there is a subject and a finite verb. The first verb, here have is the finite verb. In second sentence, head is the finite verb. In third sentence, are. In fourth sentence, where. Fifth sentence, are. So the first verb in the verbal phrase. They are the finite verbs. But you know very well that these are 11 sentences. You can get declarative sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, and a exclamatory sentence. And in these sentences, you can find subjects and a finite verb in the predicative part. These are all the examples of simple sentences. My dear student, you know very well that these 11 sentences have different structures. What is structures? Man gothan. There are ବିଭିନ୍ନ ପ୍ରକାର ଗଠନ ଅଛି. That is called the structure of declarative sentence, the structure of interrogative sentence, the structure of imperative sentence, the structure of exclamatory sentence. But you know very well that just I am telling to you that how we can make a declarative sentence, interrogative sentence, exclamative sentence, and imperative sentence. You know very well what is declarative. The another name of declarative sentence is called statement sentence. The kind of sentence that makes a statement or declares something is called a declarative sentence. Now, you can see from the note what is declarative sentence and the kinds of simple sentence. My dear student, you know very well the another name of declarative sentence is called statement sentence. What is statement sentence? Means the sentence which expresses or tells about the opinion, facts, or intention of a person is called a statement sentence. That is called the another name of a declarative sentence. But you know very well, this statement or declarative sentence has also 5 patterns. How we can make a declarative sentence. But you know very well, subject plus verb is the first pattern. Subject plus verb plus object is the second pattern. Subject plus verb plus object is the third pattern. Subject plus verb plus complement is the fourth pattern. Subject plus verb plus indirect object plus complement is the fifth pattern. But now you see what are the patterns of the declarative sentence or statement sentence. My dear student, you know very well these 5 patterns of declarative or statement sentence, subject plus verb. But you know very well, subject verb, the only blows interrogative verb. Subject plus verb plus object, the you, your father teaches you English. Subject plus verb plus object plus object. Your father teaches you English is the subject plus verb plus object plus object. Subject plus verb means your father teaches English. But my dear student, subject plus complement. You are a student. A student is the complement. Subject plus verb plus object plus complement. We elected Ramo, the monitor. We found Syama, that these are the subject plus verb plus object plus complement. Now I am giving several questions to you. You will answer.